Yep, we just need to be killing all of those. All the wildlife we can find. Oh my goodness. Game, why are you making me do this? Can I just craft extra potion? Okay. I like. Not sure if we're ever going to use those traps, but... Oh, wait, hold up. We can go in here and we can create a job to have that as a quest. I like it. Coil slot has been unlocked, okay. I think this works as it did previously. Yeah. No. Equip. Edit coils. There we go. Incompatible. You make me sad. What about the armor? Concentration. Currently equipped. Okay. Was that auto-equipped? Can only be equipped on weapons that have shock ammo loaded. So, Tripcaster? Ah, okay. Bow needs firmware update. You mean WOB? WOB needs firmware update? Okay. Thank you. Override tall necks. Oh, we get to do that again. That's cool. So, I kind of want to check out that minigame. Where was she again? Also, let's talk to this dude.
Savior, what news do you bring?
Picked up the bristleback trail by the quarry. Looks like they stampeded out of a mine at the back of the valley.
The mine? How could a herd of bristlebacks come from there?
I'm not sure, but Ulvin's workers were using explosives to tap the tunnels inside.
For the love of Dawn, I told him it wasn't worth the risk. Those tunnels, they run for miles underground, even beyond the Daunt. No, you don't think...
That Ulvin's blasting opened up a passage from the other side?
Perhaps. Yes, perhaps. If this is true, we need confirmation. An inquiry. So thorough, so irrefutable, endorsed by the Savior.
All right,
Slow down.
Keep looking.
The skin texture and on this guy's face is amazing.
I need to go.
Of course.
Alright, where's my minigame at?
If I'm gonna find out where the bristlebacks came from, I need to head further west.
Yep.
Another reason to get the embassy going?
There she is. There she is. Alright, girl, let's do this.
Hey, Lloyd, please, have a seat.
Wanna touch it? Oh, maybe you can. Wait, what are we talking about? Okay, let's do the terrain and knockback thing. The skin texture. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Obviously. That's what I meant.
I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines.
Okay.
Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage.
3 whole
Go
points,
ahead and
chat.
test it out. There you go.
Blammo.
Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it, which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points.
Okay.
If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage.
What?
And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you.
So did we do that because we were attacking from this tile? I don't quite understand why that happened.
All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play.
I get most of it? All right, let's get a practice round.
Let's play.
Okay. I guess we're gonna start on this high ground.
I'm up. Your move, Red.
You just activated my trap card. Excuse me? Hello? Blammo! Good, because I'm about to get schooled. What? Is the overcharge worth it? Is the overcharge actually worth it? So it would kill the thing. And then we could attack the other dude with our other thing. But not sure if that's actually gonna be better. Nah, that's good. What is that? Oh, it means we're gonna get 1 victory point. Yeah, I think that's good. Do that.
Single machine left? That ain't good.
And my turn.
My turn.
Girl, I don't think that was an optimal move set for you. Okay. Come in here and whambo this guy. I'm gonna do that. And overcharge! Do the thing.
Looks like I lost.
Wait, we get money? We get money? Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's do the machine types and skills.
Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army.
Okay.
Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time.
Okay.
With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram type machine. Attack an enemy with it and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this.
What?
See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot
Rude.
on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list. It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know.
Alright. I hope you're ready, girl, because I'm about to open up a can of whoop tushy.
Good luck.
Okay, so what are we dealing with here? We have a burrower, melee type. We have a ram type. And we have 2 burrowers and 2 landsworns. Okay. Glad they didn't hesitate to make the most confusing free minigame ever. It's fine, don't worry about it. Okay, can I?
That's it for me.
Okay, so this is a ram type. Two ramming fools. Melee type and melee type. Okay. So, you're telling me... Okay, I can't quite reach. Neither can she. So... We're gonna scramble for this high ground here.
Okay, let's see. You're up, Red.
Uh-huh. I feel like the first one to move here is at a disadvantage. I do that. Gonna move these towards... Why can I not move you? I don't know.
Time to get serious.
Okay.
Your turn.
Can we get our dudes across here? We can have a little bit of a regroup.
Time to make my move. Board's all
Okay.
yours.
Sprint up there, but we can't ram. Okay, so if we do this ramming move, it's gonna be pushed back, I think. Let's do that.
Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot.
How was it now? Oh, can we overcharge? Yeah, we can. Do I wanna? Not sure.
That was brutal.
There was. Okay, and then I guess.
Time to.
Oh, do we only get to move 2 per? And you're gonna move back?
One less piece on the board.
Wow, brutal. Okay. I'm gonna do this thing to just get the
You're just hammering
knockback
down on
thing.
my pieces now.
Turtling it is? Love it. Yeah, dude. Turtling is the best strat. I'm just gonna gang up on this
Knock
poor
it
dude.
right off the board. Ah, off the board it goes.
Girl's brutal. Okay, do I have a double attack from here? I do not. If I do this, it's not gonna kill the thing, but it is gonna put us on high ground. From here, we could overcharge to kill this, then I take 2 damage. Then he's gonna kill that next turn. And then we get to go first. I think this is gonna work.
Taking a risk, huh? Just one piece left. That sure dampens the forge.
That's what we planned.
Well, that's done now.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Gonna do that. Into overcharge.
Now that was a game, even if I lost.
Bam! It's like you always say, never try, never fail. True. Look at that easy win. Give me the hard one. All right, let's go.
This is gonna be fun.
That's a lot of units. That is a lot of units. A burrower, scrounger, ram. Okay, a lot of melees and ram. Put the ram here. Burrowers on the high ground. Another ram type. Scroungers. Do I really want these guys on the back line? I'm not sure if that's the smartest thing I've ever done.
Your move, Red.
Okay, so this is a ram type dude. Ever so slightly forward.
I'm up.
Oh, you big rude! I didn't think you could reach me. You're gonna overcharge too?
That's done now.
Wow! Brutal! Brutal! I'm gonna destroy this guy.
That was brutal.
Smack it from over here. Wait, that's not enough. I'm gonna need the overcharge. I'm gonna need the overcharge.
Ah, off the board it goes. Board's all yours.
Okay, what is this? This is a burrower and a scrounger. Both are melee types with no special little thing. Technically, they could reach us. I'm gonna get this guy out of the way here a little bit. Should we take the high ground here and overcharge? think that's the play, right?
Knocked right off the board. Time to get serious.
Okay. This is gonna push it back out of range of our dudes. I don't really want that. So start here. Smack it once. That's not gonna be enough. Just overcharge. Come on,
One less
that
piece
guy.
on the board.
Get this high ground. I think that's end turn.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Well, that's done now. Your turn.
So we can back attack. That's gonna be less than helpful. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Because that guy's on high ground. How are we killing that dude? I think we need the overcharge here.
That was brutal.
I forgot that that's probably gonna kill my dude. This is also gonna kill my dude, but then what do we do? I mean, he's gonna die anyway with 1 HP, so... I cannot overcharge you? Oh my goodness.
My turn.
Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made.
Knocked right off the board.
Wait, right, you can steal the cover.
I won! Oh, but I'll play you again if you want.